have been wanting to film this video all year long and I've just never gotten around to it. I've always had excuses. I told myself I'm gonna get this up before the year ends. I love watching these kinds of videos. I watch them every month. Some creators do them like once a week on Sundays, and it's just so relaxing but also like motivating. Here is the agenda for today. The first thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna go over my September highs and lows and gonna do a bit of a reflection. We're gonna go over my September goals and how I went with that. We're gonna set new goals for October. We're gonna get into budgeting, what I budgeted versus my actual numbers, and then we're gonna set a new budget for October. Let's just get right into it. September it went by so fast. I don't know where it went. Had a very emotional start to the month. I've never actually shared this before, but I have done quite a bit of pet rescues and actually children rescues in my life. It's a crazy story, but anyways, that's for another time. I love dogs. That's one thing if you didn't know. There was 2 dogs that were on the street. We got one of them in the car and then the other one ran away. We couldn't catch him. It was a boxer and a pit bull. We got the boxer, but then the people didn't know what to do with him because he didn't have a collar or anything. So I took him in to my apartment. He was here with me for 2 days. I fed him. I gave him water. It was also around Labor Day, so I couldn't take him to the vet to get scanned for chips right away. Started to consider all options. I definitely couldn't keep him, so I had to decide. It was either if a rescue would take him. It's so sad. What would have been even more traumatizing for me was if I had to take him to a shelter and walk away. That would have broken myself. That would have not. I could not have done that. Right after Labor Day, I went to my vet early in the morning, got him scanned. Thankfully, he had a chip, contacted the owners, and a few hours later, I was able to return him to the owner, and I made sure that he was in a safe environment. Yeah, it was a successful rescue in my books. That was a low and a high at the same time for me. That was my little September recap of highs and lows, probably just that one. Now let's get into the goals that I set for myself in September and where I'm at with them. I organize all of this in my Notion. I love Notion. If you haven't checked it out, I'm gonna link it below. I have 6 categories for my goals. I have personal, health and wellness, home, finances, JBF media, which is my YouTube channel and my personal brands, and then I have JBF real estate, which is my real estate business. Those are the 6 categories that I have. For personal, I put here, make a plan to obtain my broker's license. Didn't quite make a plan to obtain my license, but I'll explain all of that in a separate video. The health and wellness, I'm really proud of myself. I've been going to the gym every week, drinking more water. I have been doing that and making healthier choices. I thought I did. I thought I was really being good this month with that, but when I did my budget review for everything I've spent in September so far, yeah, it doesn't match up. We're gonna work on that next month. In the home category, I didn't put any goals. Next category is finances. I didn't put any goals in here, but we will talk about that next month. But I will say that actually I've had a really low spend month, which is great. Last month was a pretty high spend month, just with like hurricane prep last minute. I had to do like groceries twice last month. Yeah, and just like hurricane prep and other things that happened. For JBF media, I have been uploading videos once a week. I missed the first week of September, but I am compensating for it with a double upload week this month. And I finally got back on short form content, which I am again so proud of myself because I haven't been posting on Instagram for months and I haven't been putting effort in my social medias other than YouTube for months. So I just burnt out a little bit and it's taken me this long to get back on track, but I'm finally feeling at a place where I feel creative. I feel like I have a lot of ideas and I feel like I actually want to put effort and want to get back out there. For real estate, I put get back on track with momentum. I would say yes, that has happened. I wasn't really specific, so that was my fault, but yes, in a way, like yes, I have gotten back on track. And overall, I feel pretty good with real estate. I think could be better on the real estate business, but feel good where I'm at. last month I didn't go into a lot of detail. I didn't write a lot of goals down, but I did a bit of a reflection on the goals that my overall like 2023 goals and stuff. And I just want to say that I finally launched my website. That has been on my goals to-do list for so long, for many months. I think it was like the second week of September. I told myself, you know what, just get it done. Like just start somewhere. Because again, my perfectionism like holds me back a lot. I want things to be perfect and done in a certain way. I told myself, just work with what you got. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I finally did it. And I have a lot of plans for that website, a lot of resources that are coming to the website. So if you want to check it out, I'm going to leave it in the description box below. I'm also really proud of myself for sticking with my workout schedule and for being consistent with it. Feels like this month I'm also like back on YouTube and social media. So again, really happy for that. Finally finished my vision board for 2023, which it's almost about to be 2024. Took me this long. It's crazy. Finally have kind of a vision board of where I want to see myself in the next few months. Something I could finally check off my to-do list was moving out of my previous storage unit, because I was paying so much money, like over about, I think it was like $135 a month, and I was able to find a cheaper one and move into that one. Now let's get into my October goals. Same categories. Let's start with personal. Wake up at 4 a.m. I think that would be amazing if I could. Obviously, these are not like I'm gonna wake up at 4 a.m. every day, but I'm gonna do my best to stick to that routine because I really like it. It's been really working for me, so I'm gonna try and stick with it. Practice discipline and routine. This is specifically because I want to start posting on YouTube twice a week. It's going to require a lot of discipline and routine, like pretty much working 2 full-time jobs at this point with YouTube and real estate. And if I want to, for example, take my Sundays off or something, I have to be really disciplined throughout the week to get my editing done, to get the videos done. That's going to be my focus next month, is like discipline and routine. I also want to practice no screen time until 9 a.m., which I've been doing for the past few days and I really love it. Take time off. I'm so bad at taking time off, otherwise I burn out, and I have burned out quite a few times this year and it's not a fun time. Car wash. I do like this deep clean car wash once a year around my birthday. It's like shampooing the seats and all of this stuff, like really deep clean it. So that's on my to-do list for October. Birthday thing. I don't know what I'm doing for my birthday. I don't really have friends or socialize a lot or anything like that. The last time I went out was in December of 2022, and that was for Christmas work party. So yeah, I should probably prioritize socializing more, but I just don't have the mindset for that. So, but I did write it in here. With health and fitness, I want to keep going to the gym like 4 to 5 times a week. I want to try out running just for fun, just kind of different way of moving my body. Try new recipes. Just want to like spice up my cooking a little bit, since I'm really falling in love with cooking ever since moving out on my own. It's a very peaceful and just relaxing. I don't know, it's really relaxing to me, so I want to try out different recipes. Finances, I need to meet with my accountant and I need to organize my business finances, both of them, and my personal finances as far as like for tax purposes. This year I've been really bad at tracking it, and for a good reason, but I'll probably get into that in a separate video. For media and real estate, this is where the big chunk of my goals are. Upload 2 videos a week on my personal channel, which is this one. I really have a lot of ideas and I just want to stick to a schedule. I want to try out posting 2 times a week. I want to repurpose old high-performing short-form videos. I've posted so many reels on Instagram, and like my short-form content is kind of all over the place, so I want it to all platforms to have kind of the same content. So I want to repurpose shorts because they're really important right now for growing on YouTube. I want to update and create systems for efficiency. So for media, that means like updating my YouTube description template, updating my thumbnail template, and just really making it very easy for me and reduce the friction between like for any part of the producing content part. Anything I can do to systemize or automate, things like that, I want to try it and set it in place so that it makes it easy for me to post 2 times a week, focus on what I need to focus, just to help me with efficiency. I want to start responding to comments. I am so bad at responding to comments, responding to messages. Like right now I have probably like over 400 unresponded text messages on my personal phone number. Every single time you guys post a comment, I read it. As far as responding, I need to get better at that. I have a podcast collab with an agent from the Serhant brokerage, so I really want to launch that this month. Focus more on research and scripting for YouTube. Such an important part, I think, if not the most important part. And before, I didn't really take the time to script videos or outline them properly. Like, I would just like rush to film them, and then I would hate the video and have to do it again. Just really being efficient with my time. Get creative with filming and content. I'm really trying to, like, I really want, one of my goals for the year was to become a better storyteller and filmmaker. And that's something that I want to start working on. Another one of the things here, I want to introduce new types of content on the channel that kind of goes along with that. I want to launch my first product on my website, which I know you guys are going to find so helpful. Last thing on my media goals is to prep for a new series launch. I have a new style of videos, not necessarily a series, but a new style of videos that I want to put out. So I'm going to be working on scripting those kinds of videos and filming them if I can. So that's my media goals. For real estate, post existing long form content on YouTube, I decided to split my social medias from like personal brand to real estate. So I want to start creating more content on YouTube for consumers and buyers and sellers, etc. So I have already existing like a few videos. I just have to post them and schedule them. So I'm working on that, staying ahead with content schedule for 1 to 2 weeks. But I want to launch a new series on socials, which is going to be so helpful to potential buyers and sellers. Work out of home 2 times per week. Like going to a coffee shop or going to our industrious co-working space, things like that. I want to try it out. I want to farm a new market here in Tampa. So I'm from Tampa, if you didn't know. This is where I sell, and I want to start farming the Wesley Chapel area. So for me, that looks mainly related to social media and online marketing. My Follow Boss routine / database marketing. So Follow Boss is my CRM that I absolutely love, and I want to stay consistent with my follow-up routine and my database marketing routine. Last thing I have here is stay on track with the systems project. I created a project on Notion just specifically for tracking my systems optimization, which I'm always working on optimizing my systems to be more efficient and provide a higher level client experience for my clients and my database. So there's a few tasks in there. It's quite a large project. It's an ongoing project. So I want to keep working on that and stay on track with that. So those are all of my goals for October. I feel really good this month. I know this is a lot of goals, but I feel good that these are really specific. So let's see how we do. Now let's chat a little bit about my September budget. Just to give you a bit of background, I'm a real estate agent and I have that under an LLC. And I also have my media business, which is also part of an LLC. I don't pay myself out of the media business. I only pay myself out of the real estate, and I pay myself at the last week of the month. So this upcoming week is where I would pay myself, just pay myself like what I need and then a little bit more for savings and stuff. So that's just about what's been working for me, because I also split out my expenses. So for example, like my electricity bill, my internet bill, and some other bills like that are part of my business expenses anyways, so they get paid out of the business account. I also want to say that I don't use my debit card at all. I only use credit cards, pay them off every month. My expenses, they're all in one credit card. And then for savings, I keep them all in a high yield savings account. And I have a few accounts, like they're not just in one, but they're all high yield savings accounts, and they are, those are like automatic transfers. That's the minimum. My bills are all in one credit card except for my rent. That one does come out of my checking account, but everything else is in one credit card. So pretty much the balances here in my expenses match one credit card statement. This one match, my other credit card statement. For expenses in groceries, I have spent $0 this month, and it'll likely stay like that until next month, because the last month of August was around like where the hurricane was coming. So I pretty much did double grocery shops last month because I did them at the beginning of the month. I'm still good for at least until like the October. I budgeted $300, spent $0. Dining out, this is where I was like, oh, I thought I didn't eat out a lot this month, but I actually did. I budgeted $150, and I ended up spending $152.61 so far. I still have a few more days left in September, but compared to earlier this year when I wasn't living on my own, my eating out budget was ridiculous, and I'm really happy that I got it down to $150 or so. We'll try to keep it that way until next month. Shopping, I spend $32, which is from Amazon. I don't really go shopping a lot, but I just like to put it in there. Self-care, $100. I didn't realize I didn't get my nails done this month. I still have this hand left. We're starting to lose this one, so I need to get my nails done soon. Home and living, I put $150 because sometimes, you know, like I need to buy, I think last month I bought like forks and stuff like that and necessities like that are out of the groceries category. So I just put $150 for that, but I haven't bought anything. Entertainment, I put $50 and I haven't done anything with that because I don't really go out. Treating others, usually this category is like pretty on budget, but I haven't done that this month. The last month I did because I was like a few birthdays. It was like 4 birthdays last month. Transportation, I put, I have $85.90, which is pretty good, but it'll probably be higher because I have to get an oil change, but I could put that one on the business account. Miscellaneous, I put $18 in there, and then utilities, this is my water bill, which is paid with my rent. Otherwise I would have paid this with my business account, but my utilities for water is $16.16. So those are my expenses for this month. So that totals to about $304. If we take out this, because this was paid with my rent from my checking account, this is my credit card balance right now, which is amazing. And hopefully we can keep it around that until the end of the month. Now for October. This is my expenses for October, and I'm gonna just start budgeting here for groceries. I'm gonna put $300. Dining out, I like to stick with $150. For shopping, I'm gonna set $250. Self-care, I like to put $100. Home and living, I'll put $150, and I may not use this. It depends because I really want to get some things for my apartments, but we'll see how it goes towards the end of next month. Entertainment, you know, usually I put $50, but I talked to my cousin. She's coming into town from Puerto Rico, and we might go to Halloween Horror Nights. So I'm going to increase this budget probably to like $150. And then treating others, you know, we'll keep it at $100, but I'll be flexible with it. And then for transportation, I have to renew my tag this month as well. So we'll put $150. And then for miscellaneous, I like to put always $100. Now for the overall budget, we're looking at $1,450. So for my savings, I have these two goals. I'm saving for an emergency fund and I'm saving for my first home. So right now, these are all on automatic drafts for $25 a month automatically. Now, ideally, I like to add more to that, like 10% of my income would be ideal. But right now, they're all on automatic, and I did a pretty big savings deposit to these accounts a few months ago or in July. So I'm okay with this being like this for now, just to balance everything. But yeah, so I have these two accounts on high yield savings accounts from Capital One. And then I don't have any sinking funds. For debt, I have one credit card balance that I'm going to pay off. I had an emergency with my car and I put it on this credit card. So I just want to do the last payment. I broke it down into 2 payments, $203.50, and pay that card off. And then I have 2 auto withdrawals. I have a self loan. This is a credit builder program. And then I also have Kickoff, which is another credit builder program, just $5 a month. So that's my budget for October. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this video and if you would like to see more resets, my monthly resets or weekly resets. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.